Before, I had automations and I had email templates that I made myself, but I felt myself changing a lot of things in every email. So even though they were automated, it was supposed to make my life easier, I still found myself going in and changing wording every once in a while, or wording it differently, or listing things out differently, and having it well written in steps, easy for my clients to follow, with personality that sounds like me. It doesn't sound like here this is, here this is, here this is. It's been really nice. I feel like now I finally can just let it go. I don't have to worry about it.
You're listening to the Copywriter On Call podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Gillis, copywriter, word magic maker, and owner of What Sarah Said. On this podcast, you'll feel empowered to show up online in a way that has you saying, "That's so me." Let's get started. Welcome to the Copywriter On Call podcast. I am your host, Sarah Gillis, and I am logging some on-call hours today with a client of mine and a Content Huddle member, Tara. She is a family, maternity, and newborn photographer who serves clients in Milwaukee and in the surrounding areas. And I am so thrilled to welcome Tara to the Copywriter On Call podcast.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. So I would love for you to take some time to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, why you love what you do. Tell us who you are.
Yeah, so I started photography in 2019 after my son passed away. I got some amazing images from a nonprofit called Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, and I wanted to be them. I wanted to do the same thing, and I had to have a portfolio, so I just gradually started taking pictures. I got a camera, and I just kind of loved it. I just never stopped. I dove in head first. I had an in-home studio, and then I had a really small 300 square foot studio, and now I'm in 800 square feet filled with props and everything I could ever want. And I do families and maternity, and it's been amazing.
It's amazing how people like those amazing companies that you've recognized here can really greet us in hard moments. And I so appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing that with us. I think that it's such a beautiful thing too, to have this real business, this beautiful, thriving business come out of such a hard time. So I love that for you, and I applaud that for you, that you've been able to grow and build and cope and heal throughout all of this.
Yeah, it's been amazing to not only feel like I've given back, but I think having his pictures really truly made me see that pictures are sometimes the only things that you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And all the more reason to invest in them, for sure. And I love that you capture those really crucial moments for your clients too. You're greeting them when they're expecting, you're greeting them when they have little ones, and then those moments that they want to crystallize and capture each year. So I love that so much, and feel like it's such a blessing to have tangible records and memories of that special time.
I totally agree.
So tell me a little bit about how your business has evolved and how you've been showing up online and in your business before we even started working together in the Content Huddle.
Sure. I have a Facebook and an Instagram. I am not a native to Instagram for sure. Instagram is not my friend. I've been on Facebook a lot more, and I have a website that I just redid, which has been amazing. And just in the last year, I got Honeybook, which has been amazing for me to automate everything. As far as content and stuff, I've been posting, I try to post daily, and I like posting tips and tricks for my clients or future clients to build off of before their session, which has been amazing. But I really just try and make my client experience seamless, and I want to give everyone this amazing experience and to get all of the information that they need to have a good session.
Yeah. And I know for me, when I first started using Honeybook or any sort of CRM, I felt like I got so much of my time back. But I also felt like, okay, I got to make sure my personality is still here. The beauty of a CRM is you have all of these automated emails, all of these automated touches for your client, but sometimes it just doesn't sound like you. Like, I felt like it sounded like a really stuffy version of me. And so when I took the time to really focus in on, okay, how can I make this feel like me? How can I really give my clients that virtual hug that I really want to give them by just sharing who I am in email? And I know that's something that was really important to you. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I felt like I had all of these amazing resources like blog posts and guides and welcome guides, and I felt like I was just shoving it at them. Like, here you go. Here's all the information. And I think it was really important to give them that information, but it felt really unorganized and chaotic in the way that I delivered it to them. And it was probably super overwhelming, especially for my newborn clients with new babies or just about to have a new baby. I was like, by the way, here's how you prep. Here's my client closet. Here's this, here's that. Okay, see you soon. And it didn't feel like it was very, I don't know, good for them.
Yeah, like well-paced or
Yeah.
almost like little bite-sized chunks, right? I like to talk about a client journey as, okay, I'm starting to eat a big meal. And you don't eat the big meal by just diving in face first. Dogs may do that, but we don't as humans. And so I feel like you need to give them little bites along the way so that they understand what they're getting into. It's just a fancy meal where you have multiple courses. So I feel like you were having a lot of great information that you were sharing, but you were also feeling like, okay, how can I make this less overwhelming? And how can I dial up the personality a little bit? Is that fair?
Yep. I definitely think that's how it was. And I think that you really helped me because you broke everything down into lists in my emails.
Yeah.
Versus paragraphs. And we all know a lot of the times clients skim.
Yeah.
And so I do think important chunks were being missed. And the way you formatted for, like, you put some things in italics and some in bullet points, some were highlighted, like all of my links were highlighted, I think was a lot easier so that if they did skim, they would at least get the important bits that they really needed.
Yeah. And you have so many aspects to what you provide as a service for your people. Like you mentioned, you have a client closet. You have these beautiful welcome guides. You've written a lot of blog posts that are really helpful to helping them to anticipate what it's going to be like during their session. And as great as those resources are, if people don't know how to access them or they aren't receiving them at the right time, the resources aren't being used as effectively as they can be. And I think that's really what is a beautiful thing about what we worked on together.
I agree.
So tell me a little bit about what it's been like for you to have copy that feels like you, that walks the client through that ideal client journey and experience that you want them to have.
So before, I had automations and I had email templates that I made myself, but I felt myself changing a lot of things in every email. So even though they were automated, it was supposed to make my life easier, I still found myself going in and changing wording every once in a while, or wording it differently, or listing things out differently, and having it well written in steps, easy for my clients to follow, with personality that sounds like me. It doesn't sound like, here this is, here this is, here this is. It's been really nice. I don't find myself re-editing the emails every time I send them. I just send them and know that they're going to work.
I love that. I think that's so key, because the beauty, again, of a CRM is that it's supposed to save you time. But if you have to tweak everything before you hit go, it's so frustrating. I've been there too. That's how I felt right away when I first started using that CRM. I'm like, okay, this is supposed to save me time, but this sounds like a robot over here. And I'm not. I'm not a robot. I'm a virtual hug person. So it took me a little bit of time to really fine tune what I wanted my client experience to look like. And it wasn't robotic. And it wasn't me at the 11th hour typing in cute little things so that I felt like it showed who I was. So I love that. So when it comes to what we wrote together, we wrote that set of emails for your client experience. But I would love to hear a little bit about what really felt like you that we were writing. Is there something that you read after I drafted it for you that made you feel like, oh my gosh, that is so me, that's so my clients, that's exactly what I wanted to say?
Yeah, there was a part in my emails, especially for my newborn one, so that's the bulk of my work, that said you want to spend time admiring your newborn, not cleaning your baseboards, and not worrying about if your home is put together for your newborn session. And I hear a lot from my clients that they absolutely love that they get to walk into my studio and everything's there. They didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to bring anything. They didn't have to worry about their house. I feel like that really resonated with me and my clients, because when I look back at reviews or what clients have said to me, that's definitely something that's big, that they love that I have all of the things.
Yeah, and that they get to just arrive and just be. I think that the ability to focus on this special time in their lives, even if they're exhausted, especially if they're exhausted, and just arrive at a space that's been prepared for them carefully without having to worry about, oh, this mess happened yesterday and I got to figure out a time to clean that up. I think it's so freeing, and it points to that full service experience that you provide at your studio.
Yes.
I would love to hear a little bit more about that client experience. Why is that important to you? Why is that on your heart? Why do you really want to showcase what it means to be at this special time in your life and show care for that?
Yeah, I think for my newborn clients, after my son passed away with my second baby, I had a lot of postpartum anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
Everything felt hard, right? And I know how that is. Even if you don't have that, just being a new parent is hard and it's stressful. And then if you have other kids, now you have toddlers and a newborn. And I really wanted to just make sure my clients didn't have to worry about anything. The only thing they have to worry about when they come to my studio is feeding their baby. I have diapers, I have wipes, I have burp cloths, everything they need. And that was really important to me, that they really got to come in and relax and enjoy the experience instead of worrying about, did I bring this? Did I bring that? Should I have brought this? They don't have to question that at all. They just get to come.
That's such a true statement. I didn't have a lot of postpartum anxiety or depression with my first, but with my second, it was more of a traumatic birth experience and NICU time involved. And it was really hard as a parent of a toddler and a brand new, pretty fragile baby to navigate what it means to be a human being and to be a mother of two. And then to add in, I want to capture photos of this special time. How do I do that in a way that doesn't feel like it adds more to my plate?
Right.
And so I feel like you do that so beautifully.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely feel passionate about it. I even for my newborn mom clients, they're welcome to use one of my dresses. I've had clients come in sweatpants and say, please, do you have something I can wear? And I just take them to my client closet and they get to pick something out. And I also offer hair and makeup as an add-on. So really, truly, they don't have to do anything if they don't want to.
That's so beautiful. I would have loved that opportunity when I was newly postpartum. Nothing fit right. Nothing made me feel good. And I love that you have taken all of that guesswork out for your clients. And now you can communicate it in a way that helps them to see this is a full service experience and you deserve it. I totally
agree.
I love that. So tell me a little bit about what it's been like to be inside the content huddle, to have this kind of community of people, but also to have access to me as we've worked together these last few months.
Yeah, I love the content huddle. I have to say all of the email templates are amazing. The swipe files, they really have helped me just fine tune what I already have. And I find myself using little snippets kind of everywhere in emails or in content that I write on Facebook or Instagram for posts. I can go in there and even if it wasn't meant for that, grab it and use it somewhere else, which has been really nice, or grab it from my homepage that I tweaked and use it as content.
Yeah.
And then just having the community and people to ask random questions too, like, hey, do you have this? And we're in an Instagram messenger together. Yeah. And then seeing everybody's faces, our Zoom calls is really fun. I can't make a ton of them, but the ones that I have made have been so helpful. And just seeing everybody else and hearing their feedback and questions, it's been nice to be in a little community that really cares about one aspect and like trying to figure it out.
I totally agree. I get so much back from the community when we gather together, whether it's quick little DMs on Instagram or we gather in space together in a training. And I learned so much from the questions that everybody asks, and I learned so much from the feedback everyone shares, and I'm just so delighted to have a growing community that's really supportive of each other. That's the real good part of it. If I could say anything about it, is find your people and find people who really are working on the same things you are, whether it's showing up as themselves online or wanting to improve this aspect of their business. The investment is worthwhile to find your people.
Yeah, I like being with like-minded people. Sometimes it's hard to find those people that really have the same drive and motivation as you do. But once you find them, I definitely think it's worth it to stay with them.
Yeah, I agree. So tell us what's coming next for you in your business as you navigate this. We're almost in the fall busy season. So tell us what's coming next for you and how working together and having the content huddle support will help propel you into this busy season?
I am looking at really promoting my mini sessions. My fall minis already sold out. I sold out
Woohoo!
in July for my fall minis, which is really
Awesome.
exciting. But now I'm going to start promoting my Christmas minis, which I'm really excited about.
Fun.
And I'm doing some in studio this year, which I have not done before. I'm doing PJ minis in my
Oh,
studio. I have a little
fun.
lifestyle studio. Yeah, I'm really excited. So I'm definitely going to be using the content huddle to promote and launch those minis and really gain bookings that way. And then I'm just excited to work on everything in the slow season once fall is over and like really dive back into all of the archived videos, rewatch that. I know slow season isn't necessarily super fun, but I love working on my little business stuff during then.
Yeah, I love the opportunity to just exhale after a big sprint and refocus. What can I make better? What can I improve? What can I focus on as I reap the rewards of that busy time? I love that. I would love to know, as my kind of last question for you, what does it feel like to have someone capture what you've wanted to say, but maybe haven't been able to in your own way or on your own?
I think it was big relief. So I have a VA who sends out a lot of my emails. And I remember before we did this copywriting, I would internally panic, like, oh, she didn't change that thing I always change, right? Or she didn't like do the thing I always do. And then I would internally panic, like, oh, she already sent it. And now it sounds like they got that chaos email and I didn't fix it at all. So I feel like now I finally can just let it go. I don't have to worry about it. I just know it's going to get sent and they're going to know exactly what to do next. They're going to know how to book me. And I don't really have to worry about explaining it because it is explained well. And I still feel like it's explained in a way that they get to know me a little bit.
I love that. When you bring on additional team members, whether it's somebody working full-time alongside you or somebody helping you out, whether it's a copywriter or a VA, it's like, this is really important that everything that goes out has that cohesive message. And so I love that that's been a real fruit of what we've done together.
Yes.
I am sending a big virtual hug to Tara for sharing her story with the Copywriter on Call podcast audience today. Be sure to check her out online at tarafayphotography.com or by clicking the link in the show notes. You can also follow along on Instagram or Facebook at Tara Faye Photography. As always, thanks so much for listening. And until next time, this is your Copywriter on Call, signing off. Thanks for listening to the Copywriter on Call podcast. If this episode has you feeling all sorts of inspired to show up as yourself online, click that subscribe button so you don't miss my stories or practical advice to help you express your quirky, vulnerable, and authentic self online. Chat soon.